or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-fearing brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
Programming on KCHW is supported by Parkview Senior Living in Colville, Washington. Parkview offers assisted living services for seniors, including care planning, help with daily routines, and meals served in the community dining room. Parkview Senior Living is located at 240 South Silky Road in Colville. Additional information is available at parkviewsl.com or by phone at 509-684-5677. Thank you, Parkview Senior Living, for your support of KCHW 102.7.
This is KCHW 102.7.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW. Chihuahua, Loon Lake, Clayton.
All right now. Come on, boy. Yeah. Good boy. Yeah.
What a good boy.
Yeah, indeed.
He's such a good horse.
Right. Good morning. Welcome to the KCHW Morning Show. It is Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. This is our first morning show in March. Do you believe it?
It is.
Yeah, it is. This is the first one in March.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Brain blown.
Right?
Crazy.
And man, it's been looking like spring out there.
Yes.
A little early still, but you know, it
Yes.
seems like we're on the other side of that road, and all of our hopes and dreams of having a long snowy winter are
Well, I don't know because it said snow on the forecast.
oh, did it? Okay.
It did later. Let me go see if it's still there. Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, outstanding.
I know. It's
I
kind
don't-
of weird. We're having I would call this Colorado weather.
Right? Wow.
You know, where it gets hot and then it gets, do you know, yesterday or the day before yesterday, which would have been Monday, because my brain is on, maybe, it was 57 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, that was incredible. And I did see it. Actually, there was a day in the forecast in the near future where it's supposed to hit 58.
Oh my, that's crazy.
I think over the weekend, we'll find out about that, see if that's still going. But first of all, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Chuck
Yes.
Ritchie. Of course, my lovely co-host this morning, Miss Paula Randall. Sharon has the day off, so she's out
She does have the week off. She's gone.
doing stuff.
She's out of here.
Right.
She's doing that retreat, right? The genealogy retreat.
Oh.
And she goes with members of her family.
That is cool.
Isn't that fun?
That is fun. Wow.
She says she's totally not interested in genealogy, but she has a lot of fun with being with her family and friends and stuff.
That is very cool.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that over the radio.
That's okay.
Sorry, Sharon.
I'll forgive you.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
she will be back next week. But the second
Yes.
half of the show, we have
Brad.
we have Mr. Brad
Yeah.
and Virginia from the Columbia Community Creamery to talk about cheese.
I love that they're doing cheese. I know they had a few classes. I didn't know they were selling cheese, though.
They're making cheese.
That is so cool.
Yeah, making that cheddar.
No, everything's better with cheddar.
Exactly. You know,
Love it.
Yeah, I love it. I just want. I hope they bring some cheese. I don't. I don't
Wouldn't
know.
that be great?
I don't know if they've had it up long enough. If you guys are listening out there, cheese goes a long way.
It really does, Brad. Bring cheese.
A little bit of cheese goes a long way, but a lot of cheese goes further.
Right?
Everything's
Everything's better with cheddar. That's
just
one of
saying.
my favorite sayings.
Sometimes, every once in a while I catch myself uttering the phrase, there's too much cheese, or I put too much cheese in this. And then I'm like, wait a minute. No, never mind.
What
never
is those
mind.
words that
No
came
such
out of your
thing.
mouth? That's not true.
There's no such thing as too much cheese. Have you ever listened to our show? I mean, come on.
I know.
Right?
Dun-dun-dun.
Right? All
We're
right.
going to get in trouble today. Sharon's not here to keep us on track.
I know, right?
Do we have our wax stick? Oh, here it is.
Mom, Paula's talking too much again.
I know. Okay, there's our wax stick. We can both reach it. All right, I'm ready.
All right, let's go ahead and get on with the weather and mountain condition report brought to you by 49 Degrees North with our weather girl, Paula.
I'm just having fun waving today, everybody. All right, today is, as Chuck said, it is March 4th. It's a very special day. It's my son's birthday. And I'm going to probably say that a lot. Not Xander, my older son, Sean, who is over in St. Clair Shores, Michigan. So happy birthday, Sean. And we're going to do a happy birthday song after the weather. So today is March 4th. We have a high today of 47 degrees. We have rain likely with winds light and variable. Rain should be near 1/4 of an inch today, so not a whole lot, but enough to definitely make everything wet. This evening is a low of 35 with cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing. Looks like the rain is going to dissipate as the evening continues, as will the winds.
It was enough to make my dog wet this morning.
Right? It was enough this morning that I heard the birds were kind of, and that sounds weird, but this morning, for whatever reason, the water and the birds, like the birds were out. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was just really lovely, but not.
I like that.
Yeah, it was neat.
I like in the summertime when the birds come out, when the rains a little bit, that sunny rain, when the birds get all excited about
Right?
the little bit of rain.
And they
Oh,
come
yeah.
out. Yeah,
I love it.
exactly. So it's not sunny this morning, but there were birds in my yard this morning. All right, Thursday the 5th, we have a high of 53, a low of 32, partially cloudy skies, and a 22% chance of rain. Looks like that percent of rain is in the afternoons. It's going to clear up in the evening, and there won't be any rain on the evening of Thursday. Friday, we have a high of 51, a low of 39, partially cloudy skies, no chance of rain. Saturday, the 7th, we have a high of 55, a low of 42 with mostly cloudy skies, and again, precipitation possible in the, looks like afternoon. Even though it's going to be mostly cloudy with some visions of sun, we are still going to have that rain percentage at 22% in the afternoon, and then it starts clearing up in the evening. Sunday, we have a high of 59, a low of 35 with cloudy skies. Monday the
59
9th.
degrees.
Yeah,
Wow.
59 degrees. That might be the end of ski season right there.
That's the hottest day of the year right there.
It's awful. Monday the 9th, we're going to have a high of 45, a low of 27 with partially cloudy skies. Tuesday the 10th, we have a high of 42, a low of 27, partially cloudy skies. And then Wednesday, that snow I was talking about, a high of 41, a low of 31 with possible rain showers, mostly in the evening. During the daytime, we'll have occasional snow showers mixed with rain in the afternoon. And then in the evening, intermittent snow showers, especially early. So we go from the snow and the temperature stays low. Our lows are going to be in the 20s, the high 20s for that weekend. And then on Sunday the 15th and Monday, we have more morning snow showers.
They might get a little
So-
second wind up there on the ski hill.
Right? And then it goes right, no, I don't think so, because then it goes right back into the highs in the 50s. Tuesday the 17th, the forecasted high is 59.
Ooh. And the next day after that.
Yeah, so I
And the
think
day after that. And the day after that.
we'll get a little bit of precipitation up in the mountains, but I think with those highs, it's still going to be too warm up in the mountain for them to stay very much.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll make good conditions for the slush cup coming up later.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. I think I'm not sure. No, they call it Hawaiian Days. Sorry. That was where I used to live. It was called the slush cup.
Okay.
All right, so let's take a look at the higher elevation. Speaking of the mountain, and see what we have going on up there. We have 27 inches currently at the base of the mountain, 52 inches hanging out at the summit. No new snow, obviously, in the last few days. 42 degrees currently at the base of the mountain, 41 degrees all the way at the top. It's a little bit of wind, up to 15-mile-an-hour winds at the top, 10-mile-an-hour winds down at the bottom. There's some clear skies at the base of the mountain, a little bit of patchy fog up at the top, but that's just fun to ski through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's dramatic. I mean, you have to
Right?
know where you're going.
Get you a good cameraman.
Ooh,
And-
it says spring-like snow today.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. So there's a... where's? Oh, I don't see that.
Yeah,
Right.
if you... Am I on the right day? Let me check.
Oh, no, I see it down in the
Oh,
special
okay.
notes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the surface conditions are listed as skier packed. There are 16 groomed trails. 78 trails in total are open. For more information about these mountain conditions or events happening at 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort, you can visit ski49n.com.
Very cool. And it does say that there's going to be live music in the Boomtown Bar and Grill today from 11:30 to 3 p.m. And then it is Toyota Ski Free Friday, which is
Very
a big
cool.
deal. That'll be cool. And then a deck party and Shimo Cup race on Saturday. So lots of fun stuff going on up there.
Well, I wonder, what do you know what a Shimo Cup is?
I was just going to
Shimo,
look that up.
Shimo?
I have no idea.
Well, we'll find out.
Let's see here.
All right, well, while she looks that up, let's go ahead and take a look at our birthday calendar. So for today, we have Annette Goulet, Sean Reagan, Sean Slater with
That's
birthdays.
my son. Yes.
Oh, he is on there. Okay, perfect. I was
Yes.
going to say you need to add somebody to that. So that is our birthdays for today.
Ready?
So, you ready? I'm ready.
Okay. Super excited because it's a special day.
Right?
Okay. Ready?
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 Ready. Are you ready?
Ready.
I'm ready.
Happy birthday. Happy day. Happy birthday. Yay. Yay. Have
So-
a great day, everybody. It's a great day to have a birthday.
So I'm going to sneak peek a day ahead. There is also a very special birthday on the calendar for tomorrow.
Ooh.
It is KCHW's 14th birthday.
The crowd needs to go wild.
Wait, here. I got something. Oh, is it open? It's open. Okay.
Oh, good.
Of course, it's minimized. There we go. Here we go. There we go.
There you go.
I was a little late on that one, but that's okay.
Right, and that we need the crowd going wild thing, the party sound.
Yeah, that's not it. No, that
Okay,
doesn't
you
work.
work on that one.
Yeah, I know. So, sorry. what was that?
You know when Chuck and Paula are relying on special effects, Sharon is gone.
Right? No, I didn't get it done. We are not doing a pancake breakfast this year. I like to do one, but just didn't have the time or the ability or energy to plan one this year. But have a pancake in honor of
KCHW.
KCHW this weekend. Think of
Right.
us while you go out and get yourself some yummy pancakes. Or make them at home.
Saying, that was actually really cool. I enjoyed that last year.
Yeah, it was fun. I think
All
it's
right.
just a little too late to plan something like that last minute.
Right, I know,
Yeah.
tomorrow. So the Shimu Cup, it says it's benefiting the Winter Sports Foundation. It tests your speed and accuracy and sign up for a timed race. Compete against others. You yawned. Oh, shit.
do it too.
Yeah,
We
you
both
did
did it
that
together.
To me. Compete against others in your age and sports category, and you can register to compete in one or more of these categories: ski, snowboard, and telemark. I don't know what that is.
Telemarking is like skiing sideways uphill, like climbing a hill with skis.
Did you see that
Go in the
Olympic,
wrong
that
direction.
new Olympic sport?
Which one?
The telemark thing where you go up to this hill and then you take your skis off and you race up the hill
Oh wow!
and then you race down with your skis on. I'm like, what? That sounds really cool. I bet that's what that's called. Hold on. Olympic. Now squirrel. Paula's on a squirrel.
Is it a better new sport than breakdancing? I don't think so.
Did breakdancing make it?
Well, it's in the Summer Olympics now, not the Winter Olympics. So not the ones we just had, but the ones we had a couple years ago.
Oh, it
Which-
says okay. It says it was not featured. I watched them doing something that looks a lot like this.
Yeah, I think telemark. You don't take your skis off when you telemark. You actually go. Oh wait, no. Here, I think I'm wrong. So let's see. Telemark skiing is a versatile free heel technique originating from Norway in the 1860s that combines alpine, Nordic, and touring styles, characterized by a distinctive lunge turn. Using specialized equipment, skiers lift their heels to glide, hike, and turn with a
'cause the heel
providing a
comes
surfer
up,
feel. Yeah.
A knee bend, a curtsy.
Yeah. A curtsy. It's very polite skiing.
It's very polite skiing. How
curtsy.
interesting. Oh, good morning, Jamie. Nice to have you on.
Yeah, good morning.
So interesting. So this was not a part of this this year's Olympics. I wonder what I was watching. It was so cool.
I don't know.
All right, now I'm gonna have to look that
An
up.
uphill ski race. All right. Well, while she does that, let's go ahead and get into the community calendar. Today,
No.
Oh, what?
Shout out to Bus 13, dude.
Okay. Oh, that's right. We have breakfast.
Yeah, we have breakfast and lunch. Oh, and I'm still in February. How do I? Okay, hold on. That's a new calendar.
Do we need the wax stick to keep you on task, Paula?
Hey. Here we go. Okay, I did it. I'm on March. Okay, here we go. Bus 13. You're going to have a variety of bagels all at once. You can also have a yogurt parfait and a variety of cold cereal. With that, you can have apple juice or a fresh fruit variety. Milk, of course, is offered daily. And you don't forget your mozzarella string cheese.
There you go. For breakfast?
Yeah.
That's an interesting breakfast choice.
I know.
I'm down for cheese, though, as we said earlier.
Right? For lunch, they're going to have chili. Okay, that doesn't. So chili, Chihuahua School District.
Is there cinnamon roll in there? Chili Chihuahua School District.
Yeah, that's what it says. Chili, Chihuahua School District with the raw veggie bar, the fresh fruit variety or the canned fruit variety, and the cinnamon roll.
And the cinnamon roll, of course.
Right? They have Smith Brothers chocolate fat-free milk, 1% milk and non-fat milk. I'm saying that because they usually have not itemized the type of milk, and they must have been listening to us on the radio giving them a hard time, because in addition to the ranch dressing that is offered every day, they also have sour cream.
Nice.
Why would you have ranch dressing on your cinnamon roll?
Well, I don't know, but you put sour cream on your chili.
Yeah, the sour cream I get. I guess the ranch is for the raw veggie bar. And we don't think, see, I thought it was like a salad bar, but then one day for lunch they actually said salad bar.
Mm-hmm.
They said, see, like salad cup. So I'm really curious what the raw veggie bar is.
I'm guessing it's not a salad bar, but just veggies.
Or like, is it like a compressed bar of veggies? I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, Bus
Like
13,
Soylent
have a good
Green.
day with food. We don't know what it is. You're going to have to tell us.
Right?
Right?
I want to hear back.
I do.
Yeah.
I want to know what that raw veggie bar is.
All right. Well,
Okay, now we're ready for the community
Okay,
calendar.
now we're ready for the community calendar. That was our lunch menu.
Right?
Enjoy. I do want chili and a cinnamon roll now, though. And if you haven't tried that, it is quite delicious.
That's what you said. I have not yet tried it. My mind is open, but I'm kind of like, what? It might be a little too weird for me. I don't know.
It's your personal preference whether you put the chili in first or the cinnamon roll in first and put your chili on top of the cinnamon roll.
Right.
Or put the cinnamon roll on top of the chili or just have them both separate. But I like to peel a little bit off my cinnamon roll and dip it in the chili. That's the way I like to do it. But
So instead of cornbread, it's cinnamon roll.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those, the cinnamony sweetness with the chili. It's actually really, really good.
I was going to say, and the cinnamon doesn't clash with the tomato?
No, cinnamon and chili is great. Yeah.
Interesting.
When I make chili at home, I always put a little bit of, not enough to make it taste like cinnamon, but it's just one of those like, sort of like nutmeg. One of those like, what is that in there? It's usually either cinnamon or nutmeg.
You know, when I have that feeling and I go, what is that in there? That's usually not a good thing for me. That's usually like, what did I just eat?
Well, there's that thing. It's like something's good. Yeah. It's a good thing. Trust me. Just trust me on this.
All right.
All right. So let's get into our community calendar here. Of course, we have a reminder from the Chihuahua Chamber of Commerce. Newsletter items are due today. Mm-hmm. If you're a chamber member, you can submit those items to info@chihuahua.org. And, of course, pickleball is happening at the old middle school gym from 8:30 to 11:30. It's free for everyone. You have to be 18 or over to get in the middle school.
Mm-hmm. Irony.
Yep. It's not a middle school anymore, right? The Sit and Fit class is happening at the Chihuahua Senior Center from 9 to 10 a.m. That's at 302 East Main Avenue.
And that is Mondays and Wednesdays.
Mondays and Wednesdays.
So you can do that free class twice a week.
Yeah. I was thinking about checking it out because I need a little fitness in my life other than fitting this cinnamon roll in my mouth.
And it's right. And it's something that it's actually a good fitness thing. I mean, you can move a lot in your chair. There's a lot of exercises, Pilates and all kinds of other stuff that you can do in your chair. So I think it's probably a really good class.
I got in an internet rabbit hole. I was watching chair yoga videos and chair exercise videos, and the exercise that people do. I mean, it's like Cirque du Soleil stuff that some people are.
Wow.
I'm guessing they're not doing that stuff at the senior center, but
Probably not.
Balancing with their legs sticking straight out of a chair and just
right,
like climbing over the back of the chair and climbing underneath it and back up through the top of the chair without touching the ground.
Boy, that's
like
how. See,
like
how
a
did
folding
the chair
chair.
not tip over?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that would be probably they're not doing that at the senior center.
Right? I've seen
Right.
like this, again, like the Cirque du Soleil stuff where they stack like 20 chairs on top of each other, just like the corner of the one leg to the corner of the top of the chair and climb up like 20 of them and
I want to know
spin
what you're
plates
watching.
on their
Now I'm
nose.
going to look up like chair yoga expertise here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. All right, so then let's see here. We got a couple things that aren't happening. The Chewelah Valley Lions Club is meeting at the American Legion Post 54 at 111 South Park Street in Chewelah. Then it's bingo happening at Fired Up Pizza from 6 to 8 p.m. Of course, that's community bingo. And then Wednesday, it's the Chewelah City Council meeting.
Yep, it's tonight.
Yep, that's happening from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the Chewelah Municipal Building at 301 Clay Avenue in Chewelah. Those regular meetings they're held on the first and third Wednesday of every month. There's a comment period for the public in the front of the meeting, and they do invite and encourage everyone to attend. So,
And everybody, I just want to remind you that, of course, it's open to the public. All of the agenda and the information is available on the City of Chewelah website. And I know that they just got a new website up and running. I shouldn't say we just got a website. So it's www.cityofchewelah.org. And if you go, you can actually look at upcoming events and see the meeting that's going to happen tonight. Regular council meeting scheduled for 6:30. And when you click on that, it gives you the agenda and the packet information. So if you wanted to know what we're going to be talking about, it's all publicly there. And we do now have an audio-video link where you are able to at least dial in. I know last time they didn't have the video link working, but the audio was working. But it looks like now they have that video link working. The other thing that I think people are not aware of is that the City of Chewelah Facebook page is actually live now as well. And so they're posting
was there not
more
one before?
information. Yeah, it was dead for like 2 years.
okay.
So there wasn't like anybody, I guess they didn't have ownership of who was running it for a little while.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, something weird was going on there.
Huh. Is there anything exciting on the docket tonight?
Let me go back and look.
I know
It's
there's
too early in the morning. I've, of course, read the packet 9 million times, but now my brain is like mush.
a presentation from the Arts Guild
Yes,
and the
about
Creative
the
District
mural.
about the new mural going up in front of the Civic Center.
Yes, so
So that's
that's very, very
exciting.
exciting. We're also going to be talking about a new application that the city has invested in called See My Legacy. And the See My Legacy application will allow us to better manage community events going on in Chewelah. So it will
Okay.
partner with the Chewelah.events calendar in that this calendar puts all of the activities in one place that we can see for the month, right? And the See My Legacy application will allow us to manage events and manage volunteers, manage donations, manage sponsorships. It does a lot of the marketing. It's like Give Butter on steroids.
Wow. Okay.
And so all of the local nonprofits should come, send their representatives so they can take a look at the See My Legacy presentation that's going to be done by Tanya Wallace, our city administrator. We are also going to be talking about the new campground rules and fees. Our campground hasn't really been managed by anything, and now we're actually going to use an application to manage the campground so people can make online reservations. The changes are we're going to be limiting how long people can stay in the camp. So we can't have somebody there for like a month
Right.
where they end up just kind of living there. The ordinance talks about the use of fire, open flame, which is a really big deal, right? Especially during fire season in the
Right.
summer. And
So
it
in other words,
talks-
just don't.
yeah, exactly.
Don't.
Do not. And it also talks about the use of open alcohol, right, in the campground and what you can do there. So it's definitely something to check out. And yeah, those are some of the exciting things. We're also going to be talking about the boundary line adjustment procedures, and that is mainly a descriptive change going from lot line to boundary line. Otherwise, it really doesn't change, and it will make it easier for people to make adjustments to their boundary lines, their lot lines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do know when I look at the official city maps, my property line goes through my neighbor's living room.
I
So
think, well, that is a special case. I think that is something new. That is not
It's-
going to probably be affected by this particular ordinance.
It's
but-
my entire street. If you look up the maps, everybody's is shifted by about half a lot. And that is the official map of the city.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting how they figure your taxes. That is crazy.
Yeah, it was a thing when we were buying our house, trying to figure out what is happening here. But apparently
Right?
everything's just accidentally got shifted a little bit and never fixed.
Oh, funny. All right. So, anything else going on tonight on Wednesday?
Oh, let's see. Today at 4 p.m. right here on KCHW is About the Arts, where we interview Tim Nielsen. Occasionally we bring on some artists and we
Yes, for
talk
the first
about
Thursday.
we talk about art and the first Thursday coming up. So, which is happening tomorrow, of course, after the diaper distribution happening at St. Mary of the Rosary Parish Hall at 502 East Main Avenue from 10 a.m. to 11:30. There's a variety of diapers available for the
Right.
public.
And the food bank.
Yep, and you keep lifting that up. I think you're going to whack me.
I'm really enjoying it. Right. And the food bank is open every Thursday from 10 until 2 p.m. It's right there by the senior center. You don't have to provide any information other than simple demographic data and go and get some food. There's no reason for anybody to be hungry. On that same thought, if you have some extra food, non-perishable food, go ahead and bring it down to the food bank during those same hours, and they always accept donations.
I was going to say, or if you have that stuff, what is it? What's that called? I used to have it all the time back in the day.
Food?
Money. Money.
Oh, money.
Yeah. Money.
Oh my gosh! And the first Thursday art walk is going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
The Winterfest show continues at Trails End Gallery. So if you have not gone over and voted for the People's Choice, go ahead and go do that. I had a lot of fun. I went over last week, and the gallery was empty, so I had it by myself.
Ooh.
And I just got to go and just surround myself with all the beautiful art and pick my People's Choice Award.
I've gone in a couple times to try to pick my People's Choice Award, and I just can't decide.
I liked so many beautiful art. So I ironically really liked the rooster. I thought he was brilliant and really cleverly done.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who does the scratch board, I mean, it's just
The scratch board is
surreal
insane.
how detailed he is. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Beautiful wire wrap art, beautiful ceramic art, beautiful. There's some bronze artwork in there. One of the ones that I was just riveted by, and I forgot the name of it, so I'll have to look it up. But it's where you etch your design in foam board, and then you use fabric, and you put the fabric in the foam board to the
Yeah.
design.
Yeah, that's a Japanese style, I believe.
Yeah. And it is just so beautiful. So I really enjoyed those. I know I picked my favorite. I had to kind of go between two that I'm like, okay, I think these are the two that are my most
Yeah.
absolute favorite. So definitely go over to Trails End if you haven't and pick your People's Choice. There's also artwork for this Thursday Art Walk. Tracy Spain is going to be at the Yale Press. Fruitland Winery at Westhoff Excavation. Monica Sowinska at Quartzsite Brewery. And Marta Looters at Cattle Country Couture. So it'll be a nice evening of going from place to place and looking at all the amazing art and having some tasting of the Fruitland Winery over at Westhoff.
Oh, yeah.
So very cool.
So then let's see. After that, it's Craigmire Karaoke happening at the Oasis from 8:30 to 11:30. Then, of course, Friday morning is the Twila Chamber of Commerce happening at the casino inside the cafe. The public, again, is welcome and encouraged to attend, especially if you're a member.
I'm trying to be good. Sharon always has the posters. So I tried to save a bunch of posters.
Yeah.
All right, it looks like, nope, that's next week. Third annual, March 7th. Okay, so happening,
Well, let's get through Friday first.
that was Friday.
No, we still have Winter Pickleball happening
okay.
at the Old Jenkins Middle School from 8:30 to 11:30.
Okay,
And then bingo happening at the Senior Center from 1 to 3. Now let's go on to some
now
future
it's
stuff.
Saturday. Okay,
Oh, wait. Sunday. Oh, wait, do you have
Saturday.
stuff for Saturday? Oh, the calendar's empty. Do you have anything for Saturday?
I do.
Okay.
Okay, so honoring our local veterans and our local communities, there's a food drive going on from March 7th to June 6th. Proceeds go to Northwest Hunger Coalition, Rural Resources for Our Vets, and you can drop off food. It doesn't say where they're accepted.
Oh. That would be handy information to know.
It looks like you should be able to go. to the casino, because casino is one of the sponsors here. It's the Border Run.
Okay.
3rd annual Border Run. And, I'll have to double check where to go. Also
I thought
happening
that
this
was Taco
weekend is
Bell. You make a run for the border.
I know, right? Also, is a place to something else going on this weekend as part of this event. This weekend, March 7th, is the hot dog fundraiser from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Chevron Car Wash in Colville at 308 West 6th Avenue in Colville.
Well, hot dog.
Hot to dogs.
What is a hot dog fundraiser exactly?
I don't know. It just says hot dog fundraiser.
Are they raising money to purchase hot dogs? Are
No,
they
no, they're
raising money
selling
for
hot dogs.
hot dog awareness?
You are
It
cracking me
is
up.
Hot Dog Awareness Month. No,
You are
no,
cracking
it's
me
not.
up. No, they're selling hot dogs,
Okay.
right? And it's barbecue for the veterans, city to city, the public border run ride, and they're going to be going on. That's later as part of this fundraiser continues. So I'll get more information about that food drive.
Oh, that's still part of the same event.
Yeah, it's all
Oh,
a
I
big.
thought- Oh,
It's all
okay,
a big.
okay.
It's a big event.
I thought this
and-
was a standalone, like a hot dog fundraiser.
No, it's all
Okay, I
part
got you.
of. It's all part of this event.
I got you.
All right. And then on March 7th in Colville, in the historic downtown, is Kids Fine Art Day as part of the spring events in the historic heart of Colville. So go to www.crossroadsincolville.com for more information about that. And their farmers market opened up actually on February 28th.
Wow.
Yeah, really early. So
That's early.
Yeah, so the next event they're doing is the Kids Fine Art Day on March 7th. So definitely go check that out if you are interested in that.
You know,
And-
February gets me every month because I'm like, wait, they had one market on the 28th and the next one was,
I don't know.
7 days, from the 28th. I'm thinking like, man, they skipped a few days or something in there. But yeah, no.
Right?
The math ain't mathing for me, but
The
it
math
is.
ain't math, and because 28 days always messes me
But
up.
it is, yeah.
Okay, I think that's all I was able to find that is this weekend.
Okay.
And then did we check? Let's see here. There's a Maximizing Retirement Income Seminar. That is happening on March 7th from 10 a.m. to 11:30, and that is at the Loon Lake Library.
There you go.
Yep, Loon Lake Library. So you can go and register at the Loon Lake Library, or you can call 1-888-309-1007.
I found $1 the other day laying on the ground. I tripled my retirement.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Right? That's really cool.
I stuck it in a jar in the laundry room.
And then looking forward, we have, going down, we have pickleball on Sundays, and I don't think the Blue Jam is happening this Sunday. I think that's still on hold for a little bit. We'll have to have.
Still waiting to see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see we'll see if we hear from Craig or from one of the dinosaurs. Pickleball again on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We have the Big Brick Builder Club, and looking ahead, what else is going on?
Next Wednesday is the March's Chill with the Chamber meeting. That's happening at Fired Up Pizza. Those have been really great meetings to just get business owners and people around the town and people from different organizations getting together, and it's kind of a brainstorm session. It's doesn't have a strict format, so it's just kind of an open forum to sort of talk about areas we could improve, and there's
Yeah.
already been some ideas come out of that meeting. So
It sounds like a really great meeting. A lot of people
really
have
is.
enjoyed that. And then, of course, we come up to St. Patrick's Day. So at the American Legion Post 54 on the March 13th, they are going to have Irish stew, fresh baked soda bread, Irish car bomb cupcakes.
a little touch of the Irish in you.
How are you going there, are you, this morning?
I love a good car bomb cupcake.
And, they do have the non-alcoholic cupcakes available. Now, all donations are going to help fund the programs hosted, by the American Legion Auxiliary Unit.
I'm actually really excited about that because my wife for years had made car bomb cupcakes, and I've never seen anyone else make a car bomb cupcake.
Oh, yeah. This is exciting. And then I was seeing Tina, our own Tina, has something that she's doing with somebody making Irish food over at the general store. Did you see
Who's
that?
Tina?
Isn't it? What is her name?
Oh, from the type of Nina.
Nina.
Nina,
Oh my
sorry.
gosh, that's why I couldn't find her. Yes, I'm sorry,
Like
Nina.
my sister's here?
Hey, I've only had one sip of my coffee. Oh, going back to the 7th, last weekend, we have the Upper Columbia Seed Swap. So this is a definitely family-friendly event. The Seed Swap is happening on March 7th at Quartzsite Brewing from 11 to 2 p.m. at Shawnee. And there's a also moving forward to a week because we're like on the 13th, 14th. There's a Northeast Washington Hunger Coalition food drive going from 10 a.m. to 1 in Colville.
Very cool. Is that part of the same one you talked about earlier?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Okay, so I'm going to find out Nina's info here. Nina.
While she does that, so then on the 13th and 14th next week, this is actually a pretty big one. I know some folks that are into rock hounding and jewelry making.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the PGMC Gem and Mineral Show, and that is happening 9 to 6 a.m. at the Colville Ag and Trade Center at 317 West Astor. That's happening on Friday and Saturday. Looks like, yeah, same hours on both days, 9 to 5 p.m. Let's see here. There's going to be vendors, gems and minerals from around the world, jewelry, fossils. There's going to be silent auction, gold panning, a blacklight tunnel,
how
Wheel of
fun.
Fortune, lots of food, scavenger hunts, and door prizes. That sounds like fun, actually. I know I've got some friends that go to that. They will block out their calendars to go to that. And it seems like a good time. I've never been. I'm afraid.
Right? I want to go.
I'm especially afraid to bring my kids because we'll come home with the car will be dragging on the ground
Right,
on the way
with
home
all
with
the
all the
rocks?
rocks. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we had a car that was having difficulty running, and you had to be really careful. And when we finally got rid of it, we were digging everything out. I had so many rocks in that car. It was bad. There's another seed swap and herb exchange happening on March 8th over in Colville at Seeker's Bookshop. So that's
All right.
going to be exciting too. So it's definitely coming up on spring with all the seed swaps.
Oh, and Jamie says there's this weekend happening on March 6th on Friday. There's a 10 by 10 painting exhibit at the Spokane Art School.
Ooh.
Let's see. That's the first Friday, March 6th from 5 to 8 p.m. at 503 East 2nd Avenue in Spokane.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
And I did find the information about Nina.
Okay. What'd you find?
Okay, so and you see how to emphasize because I'm terrible with names. So on March 17th from 2 until 8 p.m. until it's gone, 3-course meal for $25. First course is green salad or Irish stew. Second course is corned beef and cabbage or shepherd's pie or bangers and mash. Third course is fresh soda bread baked with golden raisins and nuts, topped with ice cream and a honey drizzle. And that's what they're doing in celebration of St. Patrick's Day.
St. Pat, and it's Plant Q Barbecue that are going to be doing the cooking.
Oh, yum.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that particular menu is on the 17th from 2 until 8 p.m. or until it's all gone. So very, very exciting stuff happening.
I don't mean to brag. Okay, I'm bragging a little bit, but I got a little. They did a little sneak peek dinner for a few folks where they tested their recipes, and we got to go and
You were a tester?
yeah, it was a test. We got to go and
Nice.
vote on they had the option between regular cooked brisket or smoked brisket or smoked cabbage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I think the smoked everything won out on everything, but yeah, it was really good.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else I'm missing here. We talked about the American Legion, St. Patrick's Day. That's cool.
Jamie, is there anything else we're missing?
Right? Bring it up.
Well, I do hear also it's still quite a ways off, but we do have a notice about the Earth Day Fair that's happening April 25th.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's going to be happening at same as last year at the St. Paul Lutheran Church at 110 North 2nd Street. There's that beautiful grassy area in the back, backing up to the creek. So, yeah, there's going to be. Let's see, what do we have? I had the calendar open. I don't know. I had the poster open. I don't know where it went.
All right. I'm not
There it is.
finding any other events, so I'm going to go back to my feed. I'm going to
Okay.
go back to where I'm supposed to be. Yay!
So yeah, so that Earth Fair on April 25th is going to have music with infusion, free food. It's of course a family activity. It's Pet Lovers Day with Becky's Best Buddies. There's going to be a furry 5K walk at 9 a.m. The sign up is 8:30 a.m. I will happily sit there and sip my coffee in a chair and watch you guys do a 5K run.
Where is that? Where is that?
It got sent to us directly. It's not on any calendar yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what day is that
April,
again?
April 25th.
Oh, we need to go back to March. There's more stuff
Oh,
happening.
okay. Sorry, I jumped way ahead.
You jumped way ahead.
I
So,
did.
guys, we're back in March. I'm whacking Chuck. Here's the whack, 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 whack. Okay, we are in March. See, this is what happens when Sharon's not here. We get very, very distracted. Okay, happening in March on the 21st of March over at Mystaqua, they are having a wedding show.
Yes.
And so go over to Mystaqua if you want any information about hiring officiants or dresses or services. It's going to be a great show over at Mystaqua on March 21st.
And the timing of that works out really perfectly because we, at the Creative District, is putting together a wedding cooperative.
Yes.
To basically sort of put together different people offering services for weddings, caterers, vendors, officiants, that sort of thing. Anybody that has services to offer for weddings, and put together packages and market Chewelah as a wedding destination.
Yeah, we are a full-service destination, so very, very cool. All right. Also happening in March, before we skip ahead now, I was going to go find out the exact hours on the wedding event going on. But on the 28th, not only is it the Spring Home and Garden Show, did we talk about that?
We haven't talked about the Spring Home and Garden Show.
So the Spring Home and Garden Show at Guess Elementary on March 28th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Join us for door prizes, burgers, and more goodies, and get to know our local businesses. Hosted by the Chewelah Chamber of Commerce. Burgers prepared by the Chewelah Valley Lions Club and the Kiwanis of Chewelah. And the
Music
Spring
provided
Home
by
and Garden
KCHW.
Show, huh?
Music provided by KCHW.
Yay! Oh, good. Right? And the rumor is that if you don't go to the Spring Home and Garden Show and get your contractors locked up there, you might not be able to later in the year. So definitely check out the Spring Home and Garden Show if you're looking for anything for your home. And then also happening on the 28th over the Rusty Putter is the Retro Rascals are going to be performing as a murder mystery event.
Ooh.
It's an 80s, retro 80s event. So dress up like your favorite 80s self and come and have a wonderful dinner at Rusty Putter on March 28th.
There you go.
Right? And participate in the Moida. There'll be a Moida. Like, oh my God, there's going to be like something happening.
As if.
Totally. It's like, whoa.
Right. That will be a fun one. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
There might be some familiar faces there. And of course, we gotta take our break. We have our guests out there in the audience.
Right?
So
and they'll have time to go back to the creamery and get cheese if they didn't bring any.
Right. Did you guys bring cheese? Oh, she did. She did. She brought cheese. All right.
Yes.
So we're done for the day then. We'll be back tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
We're gonna
after break.
We're gonna go eat cheese.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna take our break. We're gonna listen to some news. Thank our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Stick around, guys. Support for KCHW comes from Thrive Broadband. Thrive Broadband provides fiber internet and phone service to homes and businesses throughout Chewelah. Thrive's fiber network features equal upload and download speeds, supporting streaming, online learning, and business connectivity all at the same time. More information about Thrive's broadband services can be found online at thrivebroadband.com or by phone at 509-935-3500. KCHW would like to thank Thrive Broadband for supporting community radio in Northeast Washington.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, March the 4th, 2026. I'm Mike Clifford. The midterm elections kicked off Tuesday. Roy Cooper, the former Democratic governor of North Carolina, and Michael Whatley, a former chairman of the RNC, won their primaries in a closely watched race that could decide control of the Senate in November. And in the Lone Star State of Texas, where the most money was spent on any race, GOP Senator John Cornyn appears to be headed for a runoff. He was pitted against two challengers. Next, as the conflict in Iran continues, New Hampshire anti-war groups warn the end of a long-standing nuclear pact between the U.S. and Russia could trigger a new arms race. Alicia Sanders-Zachary is with the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons.
It's very concerning, and certainly the risk of nuclear nonproliferation and nuclear use is now much higher than it was before the Israeli and U.S. strikes.
Since 2011, the New START treaty placed limits on both countries' nuclear arsenals and allowed for on-site inspections. Washington voting rights advocates say a pending U.S. Supreme Court ruling could disenfranchise voters of color and open the door to gutting the Federal Voting Rights Act.
The ruling for Louisiana versus Calais will be released soon, which will determine if race can be considered when drawing voting districts, even to correct proven discrimination. Nilu Jenks with Fair Vote Washington says the Voting Rights Act has long been used to ensure that communities of color can elect their preferred candidates through the creation of majority-minority districts.
This is a fundamentally important decision to the very fabric of how much change has happened in our nation since 1965. These are rights that took generations to win. They can be undone by a handful of decisions.
Those challenging Louisiana's congressional map argue that race played too big a role in drawing its lines, going beyond what's needed under the Voting Rights Act. Jenks warns that if the Supreme Court agrees, it could open the door to legal challenges across the country against districts meant to address discrimination, including in Washington. She adds that if it's released soon, the decision could impact the primaries in the fall. I'm Isabel Charlet.
And people who care about conservation have long memories, and they haven't forgotten unflattering statements about public lands made by the man the Trump administration has picked to oversee them.
Former New Mexico Congressman Steve Pierce faces a confirmation vote to lead the Bureau of Land Management as early as today. He appeared before the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee last week to pitch his credentials. Denise Foster with Conservation Voters New Mexico believes alarms raised about the nomination by environmental conservation and hunting groups are warranted.
He's tried to shrink public lands. He's tried to block the designation of national monuments. He's not a champion of our public lands. And having him oversee this agency is terrifying.
I'm Roz Brown.
This is Public News Service. New research finds a higher cost of living is pushing older Connecticut residents to move. AARP's Vital Voices survey finds more than a third of residents aged 45 and older have considered leaving the state in the last year to search for lower housing costs and taxes.
The state passed bills to reduce the high cost of living, though Nora Duncan with AARP Connecticut says there's more the state could be doing.
One is eliminating the remainder of the income tax on Social Security. Another is a caregiver tax credit, which is modest, probably about $2,000 per person.
The family caregiver tax credit would help the state's 773,000 caregivers with various aspects of daily life. Duncan notes many in the group surveyed fall into the sandwich generation, where they care for a family member and raise kids at the same time. She notes this financial squeeze comes from saving for college and helping family members with medical conditions. I'm Edwin J. Vieira.
And a bill that would boost protections for abortion and gender-affirming care providers and patients has passed the Oregon House and moved to the Senate. The measure would bar state agencies from aiding federal or out-of-state investigations into legal health care provided in Oregon. Marcia Garcia Medina is with the ACLU of Oregon, which helped write the act.
What we're doing is we're making very clear that as a state, our agencies will not be willingly or voluntarily cooperating or providing any personally identifiable information of our patients or providers in the state of Oregon that provide legal health.
She says the Strengthening Provider and Patient Privacy Act is a response to the Trump administration's attacks on reproductive and gender-affirming health care rights across the country. Critics of the bill argue it could hinder investigations from outside agencies into medical malpractice cases. And as part of National Literacy Month, educators in Arizona classrooms are investing in long-term strategies to improve student literacy. They marked their efforts this week with Read Across America Day, which falls on the birthday of Theodore Geisel, or Dr. Zeus.
You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. That famous quote from Geisel motivates teachers to interest their students in reading. National Education Association President Becky Pringle, who has more than 30 years of classroom teaching experience, is in Arizona this week. She says parents also play a huge role in the future of literacy.
You are their role model. If they see you reading, or if you take out time from your day and read to them, or listen to them read to you, that not only is a model for them that you enjoy reading and you think is important, but it's an aspiration for them too.
During National Literacy Month, the association encourages kids to spend lots of time in the library. I'm Mark Moran.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW. Chewelah, Colville, Kettle Falls.
It's 8:17.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
Programming brought to you by Ryan Moore, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Deer Park, Washington. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Edward Jones is a firm that helps individuals and business owners achieve their financial goals. More information is available at edwardjones.com or by calling 509-276-2974. Edward Jones, member SIPC, with locations in Deer Park and Chewelah.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Good morning. Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. It is still Wednesday, March 4th, and we are back with myself, Chuck Ritchie, my lovely co-host today, Paula Randall, and we have our very special guests in here today. We have Mr. Brad and Miss Virginia. Sorry, Brad Schaefer and Virginia. I'm sorry, last name
Thomas.
Virginia Thomas. I knew that. It just came. Sometimes the mic goes up and your brain just goes beep beep, dial up noises. Welcome, and you guys are from the Columbia Community Creamery. And you guys have an exciting new product you're making over there. Tell us about it.
Oh, yes. Thanks for having us on. We are always glad to come back to the radio show here with you. Good morning, everybody. We have some great, fun things happening at the Creamery. As many of you know, we have switched a little bit from distributing a lot of excess milk, and we are now changing that into cheese. So, yes, it's a big change for the Creamery, but it's exciting. It's our ability to grow. And the cheese flavors that we are working on making are cheddar curds, Monterey Jack, pepper jack, feta, a spreadable cheese, red Leicester, and then also a dry cottage curd that you could then take home and make your own cottage cheese. But don't rush to the Creamery right now for all of that, because we just got started this week.
That's awesome. So
that is cool.
So what was it? There was one that with an L. Leicester?
Red Leicester. Have you ever heard of red Leicester?
Isn't it spelled
Leicester? Yes, it's an English word that it doesn't sound like what it's spelled like.
Like Worcestershire wash your cat sauce.
That's right, very much. But my husband has a funny joke. He says you either love Red Leicester or you've never heard of it. So Red Leicester is a cousin of cheddar. Mm-hmm. It actually is, you use annatto in it, so it's actually a really reddish orange color on purpose. And then it's aged for 6 months, and it has a little bit of a crumbly texture, a deeper, richer, more savory flavor than cheddar.
Well, the annatto probably gives it a little nuttiness, right? Is it?
I've never thought about that because annatto is the dye that comes from the seed.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a very interesting cheese. So we're excited to be able to offer that because it's not something that there's a lot of around.
I want to try it. That sounds exciting.
Yeah,
I had to look it up, and I was reading this, and I thought, oh, she must be reading it, and you weren't. You were brilliant because you already know it. But like almost word for word, it was really cool. Slight, distinctive reddish orange color, nutty, slightly sweet flavor, and crumbly texture. Neat. I can't wait to try it.
Right?
Yeah, we can't wait to make it. So it's been fun. It's been a hectic 2 weeks for us. Last Monday, we bottled our last huge amount of bottling that we then distributed last Tuesday down to Spokane. And then we took out the bottling equipment. We had to do some floor work to level the floor a little bit. And then last Thursday night with some volunteers, thankfully, because the cheese vat is quite heavy. It's a 400-gallon cheese vat.
Oh, yeah.
And
you had me at 400 gallons of cheese.
I know.
Is that what this thing is?
What you're looking at there is our 500-gallon vat pasteurizer.
Gotcha.
So it's about half that size, and it's lower because it's open. But we got that in on Friday, and then through lots of diligent work, we had everything up and ready to go. And Monday, we made our first batch of cheese.
That's incredible. So when you make a bat of cheese, so say you're making cheddar. Now you make the cheese. Obviously, do you form it into a wheel, and then how long do you wait until you can actually eat that cheese?
Okay, so for cheddar's kind of magical because people also like to eat the curds. Mm-hmm. So you kind of get two cheeses for the price of one. So when you make it, when you get to the curd stage, you take those, you put them in a form. And our form is actually a square. It's called a Wilson. I guess that must be the guy maybe who developed it. But it's a square. Yeah, I know. Right? It's a square stainless steel box that we put it in, and it's 20 pounds. So it's a 20-pound block. And we put it in the press. And so we put those together, we put them in the press. The next day we take them out, and then we have to set them aside in an aging space for 2 months to actually get mild cheddar. Mm-hmm. But the rest of the curds that we didn't press, we can then take out, and we can eat just as regular cheddar curds, or we can put an amazing amount of different spices and blends on them, and they're just delicious because they're like little bites of fresh cheddar cheese that you can use anywhere you would want to use cheddar because it melts and acts just like cheddar.
I love cheddar cheese.
Right?
You know, growing up with my kids, we all, cheese curds were a thing. We'd always, have a little bag of cheese curds or something in the fridge, and we just called it squeaky cheese because it has that wonderful squeak. Like when you bite into it, it has it squeaks a little bit in your mouth, especially when it's melty. It does. You know what I mean? That little squeaky on your teeth.
So especially for like fresh curds, like right when they've been made within the first couple of days, you'll still have that squeak. But the one thing that's also wonderful about cheese is it's like a live food. So it's just as you have cheese that ages, as you have cheese curds, they'll start a little squeaky, and then that squeak will go away as things are continuing to change within the cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how cool.
One of my favorite things on the planet, not very healthy, but like the deep fried cheese curds dipped in like a spicy fruit sauce, like a jalapeno berry or cherry. Oh, so good.
And then have you ever heard of the classic Canadian dish poutine?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we're working on getting some fresh curds out to some different restaurants and trying to get them to make poutine, which is a delicious, healthy, so healthy.
Super healthy.
It's French fries with cheese curds, and then you top that with brown gravy. So
So like you said earlier, there's either people that have never had poutine or people that make fun of it. Or people that don't like it and have never had it, or people that, I don't know. I lost track of what I was saying, but it's delicious.
Have you had your coffee yet?
Not very much of it, but yeah.
Jim Gaffigan has a great routine on routine on poutine. So if you want to see somebody make fun of it, then look up Gaffigan.
The poutine routine.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love poutine. Every time we go through Canada, it's one of those things. We got to stop somewhere. Usually like at Jack Hortons or something. Doesn't Jack Hortons? Don't they do poutine?
Tim Hortons doesn't, but A&W does.
Okay, yeah. I know there's a couple of places we always like to hit and get our poutine fix. Yeah.
So curds are pretty melty then.
Yes, so it's just like little bites of fresh cheddar cheese. So you can use them as just like a snack. You can also, one of the things I like to do with curds is mix them in with like scrambled eggs, so because they melt in that. Right. You can also put them on bread and make like a grilled cheese. You can put them in casseroles. You can cut them up a little finer and like put them on a salad. So there's lots of cool things you can do with them.
I tend to just throw them back just fresh, and those don't have to age. They're edible immediately, and we have 5 different flavors we're experimenting with right now.
Yes. So just yesterday we made up some different flavors of curds. Our first flavors are our original plain curds, and then we did a buffalo ranch. Mango Tango, which is mango with a little bit of spice. Buffalo Ranch, which is like buffalo wing sauce and ranch. And then Mediterranean, which is just a classic, well-rounded Mediterranean spice blend. And so we have lots of other flavors and spices that we're interested in trying. And that's the great thing about curds is you can just pull a little bit aside and mix anything you want into it. And
just wolf those suckers down.
That's right.
And Virginia, when are those available at the Creamery right now, or do we have to wait a bit?
Yes. So those flavors are currently available at the Creamery, and then we're also going to have some of those available, plus maybe some extra flavors up at the Colville Garden Show this weekend.
Fun. I'll be there if anyone wants to come up and say hi.
Awesome.
Oh, and we're also taking some down to Scale House today, down in Spokane.
Nice. Well, this is part of the show we've been waiting for.
I know.
You brought us some cheese curds to try.
Fork is ready.
Okay,
and I'm glad because I mentioned one of my favorite thing with cheese curds is to do that like sweet fruit heat, and I'm so glad you mentioned you didn't have them with you, but the mango was it mango
Mango Tango.
Mango Tango, yeah. And what is the spicy element and what is the tango part?
So the tango part there is some chili pepper, but also there is paprika. So
this first is the Buffalo Ranch.
So the first one, we're getting to have this delicious taste experience, but we'll try to describe it for all of you.
I put them both on my fork at once, so I don't have to get up again. So the first one here is the Buffalo Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I don't know if you can hear the squeak.
Mm-hmm. It's got the squeak.
It's got that squeak. I love it.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of flavor notes are you getting out of this, Paula?
Sorry.
Yep. Sorry, go ahead, Paula. You want me to go?
Yeah.
I'm in my happy place.
Right.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it really is squeaking.
Right? That's what I love about it. I love
I'm
the squeak.
distracted by the squeak.
These were made yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't, well, I guess you could get fresher if you just ate it out of the vat, but.
What's wrong with your cheese? Were you born yesterday?
Right? I think I have to try it again because I was more focused on the squeak and the taste profile.
That one.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm getting some salt. I get the buffalo flavor. It's very mild, so it's not very spicy. So if you're worried about it being hot, I don't get a lot of spice out of it.
I think we could do a little bit more buffalo flavor on that one. But definitely get the ranch, too.
Yeah, I do definitely get that ranch. I do get just enough of that buffalo, though.
You don't want it to overpower that kind of creamy, delicious cheddar flavor either. You want to kind of highlight that and complement it.
No,
the other
I think
thing
it's a good
that's
balance.
interesting, too, about cheese and spice is if you let these sit or if you use them in a melted capacity, the flavor of the cheese and the flavor of the spice would be stronger.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that.
Wow.
So, I am battling like some allergy or something or that cold. So the taste profile for me is a little muted. What I really get is the smooth creaminess of the curd, and I'm getting the aftertaste of the buffalo and the ranch, aroma that kind of is wafting to the back of my palate and up into my nasal, kind of that sensation.
Yeah.
But when I first taste the cheese, when I first put it on my tongue, all I get is just, it's a pleasant, like you said, creamy, smooth.
Squeaky.
And squeak. I
love the squeak.
Right? I wasn't
favorite
expecting
thing.
but I mean, it really does squeak. So I love that. So yeah, very, very nice. Very, very smooth. I could munch on these.
And I do love like you said with the flavor, you get the ranch, you get that little hint of that buffalo, but it's sort of in the back end.
Yeah.
But really, you get that really wonderful sort of salty, delicious, fresh cheese flavor first.
Right. Yeah, and see, I'm not getting the salt.
And it's not it doesn't overpower the cheese, which is nice because we love cheese.
Yeah.
Don't we?
Yeah, I am getting more of that buffalo as it sits longer.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Cleanse
And
my
see, I
palate
don't-
with coffee.
Right? And so I don't, I tend to stay away from like salting things. And I used unsalted butter for everything. My husband makes sure he puts unsalted butter. So usually if there's salt, like that's the first taste profile I'll get.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get that with the cheese curd. I'm getting just that really like smooth, creamy. Like,
and I'm somebody when I eat my French fries, I like crunching on the salt that's left over. You know.
When there's a, when you have, I'm trying to think of an analogy for people on the radio. It's just nothing like good cheese.
Right.
It's like the best thing. It's the best thing.
You know, I've seen scientific studies. There's actually an endorphin rush that you get from, it's like cheese, chocolate. There's a few different food items that provide an endorphin rush that are similar to other things that we probably can't talk about on the air.
You're a foodie, Chuck.
Yeah,
They say that foodies are the best lovers. So
right?
Yeah, I can say that on air.
Ain't that the truth?
So I'm excited.
I don't mean to brag,
about this. I'm excited about this mango tango. So
Yes.
Chuck, you haven't.
No, this is the teriyaki, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Is it teriyaki?
It's like Hawaiian teriyaki. It's like Hawaiian teriyaki.
I'm jumping ahead. I'm eating it.
I feel like we should have tried this first before the buffalo.
Why is that?
You first.
It's got that just a little touch of sweetness that goes really nice with the cheese.
So I feel like my palate with the buffalo already in it.
Like you can have some of my coffee to cleanse your palate. Okay, I'm going.
I'm getting
down.
another one. I'm getting another one.
Right.
But this is all a learning experience for us too, because
This
as
one
curds
has,
sit.
I'm trying to find one with a lot of.
Yeah, that one.
No, I think with the other one, the saltiness and the sort of herby flavors from the ranch is what kind of hit me first. And this one, I'm getting that little bit of the sweet from the teriyaki, and maybe
salt is it's a part of the cheese making process.
Yeah.
So I would say, is it 100% of your cheeses will have salts in them? The creamery though, if you've had our chocolate milk and latte, I mean, we tend to do much lighter touches than you'll have like in a restaurant. My daughter dated a chef at one point that worked in a restaurant, and I mean, you couldn't eat his stuff at home. I would have to be in the kitchen moderating the salt that he would put into the dishes. And even the store-bought stuff tends to be a lot more salty than an average person would make at home.
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem with a lot of store-bought stuff, especially the mass-produced stuff, is they put salt in there in a way they mask the salt, and they put massive quantities of salt in things, but then you still feel like adding salt because you can't really.
Right. Yeah, salt as a spice, I think, is just meant to tease out the natural flavors of any food.
Right.
But yeah, we don't. So come down, try them. They're good.
Yeah, these are delicious.
This one, this one, like the buffalo hits you in the back, but this one, the second you put it on your palate, especially those front taste buds, you immediately get that sweet.
Yeah, and it's not overly sweet.
No, and not
it's
like
subtle.
sweet, like candy sweet, but just that it's a sweeter fruit kind of effect for me, where it hits that and it's like, makes you go, and then squeak.
I think, like you said, I'm going to take your advice and now have the buffalo again after having the teriyaki. So let me jump back in there real quick.
Right.
And then also, as Brad was talking about salt is an important ingredient in cheese making because it's going to be one of the things that it obviously helps create taste and flavor, but it really is also a preservation thing for the cheese.
Cheese is a wonderful product also because, as like any good wine, the more time that goes by, the higher the quality of the cheese. And as a fermented food, it's a probiotic or prebiotic?
It's a yumbiotic.
It's a yumbiotic.
Okay. But it's a positive for the creamery because we were becoming very overwhelmed with the bottling,
I need to try the buffalo.
distribution, and cheese is a much more shelf-stable product. You don't have that 2-week window to get it out to your customers. And,
right.
and have it consumed, and then the gathering back of the bottles. So it's been a transition, and not an inexpensive one as far as the new machinery goes. We got our cheese vat out of Canada. Virginia and Stacy had great adventures at the border getting that in.
Oh wow!
It was only about a 2 or 3 hour experience, but they fortunately had all their ducks in a row, so I didn't have to bail them out of jail or anything.
Not this week, anyway.
Right.
But Virginia, maybe we should talk a little bit about how the how folks can support the creamery as far as we have this interesting and wonderful club you can join, the Cheese Club, of which I'm a charter member. So Virginia, why don't you explain?
I imagine the guys like if you ever seen the movie Box Trolls, they have to put on these special hats, and there's this like group of social elites, and they get together to sample cheeses.
Huh.
And there's the villain of the movie. It's his life's goal to get in this cheese club, and I can identify.
We actually have a question from one of our listeners. Deborah Barbie asks, does Stolt have any contribution to the aging of cheese?
Oh, good question. Good question.
I'm going to have to think a little bit more on that. I know that, I would think just in general, just as a key ingredient, like your culture and your rennet, everything does have a role in aging. I can't give you the specific for salt off the top of my head.
Now, does the salt intensify as it ages?
It can a little bit, especially you will lose a little bit of volume or weight of the cheese as you age on in time. And so it can condense a little bit more because, as you have less cheese, the salt is not going anywhere.
Right.
So you're basically losing some moisture. So they could intensify and make something a little saltier later on.
So that's why something like a Parmesan cheese is generally pretty salty because it's really dry, really hard cheese.
Yeah, so Parmesan, because it's usually aged at least 12 months.
Yeah. So I definitely want to talk about the Cheese Club because I definitely want to join the Cheese Club.
Yeah.
But I want to talk a little about the history of cheese. You talked about, you guys are doing the same thing here that I feel is of historical value. You guys had milk. You guys had a product you were making, and I'm guessing you found that you had excessive spoilage and you were having product that wasn't getting sold, right? And so you decide, was the cheese a decision to use some of the milk that was not otherwise getting used? Is that what this decision was?
That's one of a multiplicity of factors that's the word for the day that convinced us that going in the cheese direction was a good idea, and it's a way of providing milk immortality.
Exactly.
And both Stacy and Virginia are very passionate about cheese and have been exploring the world of cheese for many years. Anyone who's tried some of the Clover Mountain dairy cheeses realizes the kind of expertise that the brain trust they bring to the creamery. And they've traveled the world looking at different cheeses, meeting cheese makers.
Cool.
And have a wealth of knowledge and expertise in the cheese area. So the only thing I will say, and I'm going to let Virginia take over to continue the story, is that the first cows were brought to this valley in 1826 to Fort Colville. So we're, here in 2026, the 250th anniversary of our country. It also is the 200th anniversary of milk and dairy cows in the Colville Valley. So Virginia, why don't you pick it up from there in the cheese vein?
Okay, yeah. So to get back to your original question about why switching over to cheese.
Right.
So the Creamery Board, because we're a nonprofit, as you know, we originally started with milk and added on some other dairy products like yogurt and ice cream. And then we kind of had a plan of like how much milk we were going to be able to make and how soon we thought we were going to get to that. And what we thought might take about 5 years, we got to in 2 years. And then suddenly we were at the spot where there's only so much milk, as Brad mentioned, that you can like process and bottle and store and transport if we have like one delivery day.
Right.
So then we're just kind of like locked in. And there's more milk we could buy from the farmers, but we couldn't because we couldn't bottle it.
Right.
And then also with some supply chain and other larger international forces, we were having some trouble getting some of our supplies, specifically getting some milk bottles out of Canada. And suddenly now you can't bottle into air.
Right.
So we were having that
Have
issue.
some more, please.
Right, exactly.
And so thinking from like a community, food system resiliency idea, that's why we really worked hard to get the milk dispenser working at the creamery.
Mm-hmm.
So even if we didn't have bottles, we had a way to just, to have milk in the community. And then also making cheese uses less ingredients or other things that you have to buy in much more larger quantities, like lots of bottles and things. So we can take more milk in and we can make more cheese or more food for the community. And then we can also distribute that further because we don't have to actually physically deliver all of it in one day every week.
Right.
With milk, it was like every week we had to make sure we were making that delivery. And the next week was a whole new ball game.
Yep.
With cheese, we can build up some reserve. We can send out further. We can self-distribute. We can use distributors. We can sell through the internet. We can ship cheese. So it just opens up a whole nother world. So it's a more about providing more to our community, being resilient, and then just growing. So that's that part of that question. And then about the history of milk in this area. So it was very interesting. Actually, David Douglas, who's known for like the Douglas fir, he was actually on the trip with the cows that came up to Fort Colville.
Really?
So... And they were in the boat that, literally and figuratively, that a lot of farmers got into where, milk is a daily harvest, but, without refrigeration, it doesn't last very long.
Right.
So you have to find a way to preserve it. And so making cheese or butter is one of the classic ways. Fort Colville, as part of the Hudson Bay Company, they also traded cheese and butter all the way to the Russians up in Alaska during that time.
Wow.
So it's a very strong dairy heritage, as we all know, in this area.
A dairytage?
Dairytage.
Sorry.
That's a Stacy joke.
It is. Stacy's at home right now milking cows, so he's probably laughing.
He's a punter.
And so so that dairy history is carried forward, and, we're part of that history. So it's very exciting to bring it back.
That's
That
awesome.
is really amazing.
And to go back in further history, we've talked a lot about salt preservation, and this was a way to preserve food to last through the longer months, the winter months, and to be able to make things shelf stable, so they didn't have everything they made go bad. And salt, so there's a whole history behind salt. I'm not going to get into it, but fascinating product. A lot of modern humans are here today. A lot of the stuff we have today, a lot of the ability we had to survive as we evolved as humans came from salt. She's getting the show stick out.
Because he's putting on a salt, and we have dairy farmers
Salt
here.
has been very important
So
as humanity to get us where we are today.
This is
So
what
I'm
the
just going to
stick
stop
is
there.
When was cheese invented?
Oh, my Lord. Millennia ago.
Well, I had, as far as the nomadic tribes in the Middle East, I know that when they would milk their yaks and whatnot, they'd bundle it up and they put it on top of their yurt to kind of ferment in the sun. I think that trends probably more towards yogurts and whatnot, but it was certainly a way of manipulating a milk product to preserve it and make it last longer so they could actually carry it around.
And it's very interesting because all the different cheeses, similar to how you have different languages around the world, because that's where they developed it. They're of that place. The cheese is of that place. So there's different reasons why different cheeses developed with different flavors in different areas.
Yeah.
So the reason that, in Greece you have feta is because of the need to be able to quickly make a salty cheese that can survive that climate and temperature. And in England, you have cheddar, and that developed partly from some of the local cheese making they were doing, but also the cheddaring process lowers the pH of that cheese, which allows it to be a cheese that can easily survive and be shipped to London. So it was a cheese that was easy to ship. In Switzerland, you have Gruyere, which is they would send their cows up on the Alps, and part of that was they would make cheese up there, but then they would have to get that cheese down the mountain. So they spend a lot of time when they make that cheese to really condense it. It's a very condensed cheese.
Yeah.
It's a very dry cheese.
But it also melts really well, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just every region has their own reason why they created the different cheeses that they created.
It's the microclimate kind of theory with wines, with chocolate, with coffee, with cheese. You're going to have external factors, rainfall, soil, pHs, and things that are going to impact the flavor profile of food products coming out of that area. And I'm happy that cheese is one of those too. And we'll see as far as the Colville Valley and the kind of weathers we have here. It'll be fascinating to taste our cheeses and find out.
See what it does.
Yeah, yummy. Yeah.
'Tis the reason for the region.
Right.
So
I love your logo. Eat cheese. Support local farms. Repeat.
I had a you talk about the regional stuff. I know like there's rules too, just like in wine. Like Parmesan. There is American Parmesan cheese, and there's like the Parmigiano Reggiano that comes from Italy, and they're spelled slightly different. And you can only use that one spelling if it's from the actual the proper region.
Yep. So in Europe, there are definitely classes of cheeses that are protected, and so there's very strict reasons and definitions of using the word Gruyere.
Yeah.
And it has a special label. Even like feta has the same type of protection in Europe. But in America, we're like, make whatever cheese you want. Call it whatever you want.
It's fair game.
The only thing I would say that is interesting
America,
in America is in Wisconsin, you actually have to be a licensed cheesemaker from like the state. Like like in other states, like in Washington, we're cheesemakers and we're licensed to make cheese. So we're licensed also dairy technicians like Brad to be able to run the vat pasteurizer. But and we have the ability to make cheese. It's on our license that, you can make cheese. Like we can make yogurt, we can make milk. But we don't have like a separate license that's like, you are a licensed cheesemaker, like a professional designation. Wisconsin is the only state that has that.
Wow.
Now, when I was younger, I had a roommate from France. And some of the cheeses he would bring into our house, we had to tell him to please take that outside or don't bring that into our house
Smelly
again.
cheeses.
Yeah, he would. He the couple times he actually got his mom would send him stuff that made it through the mail that wasn't supposed to be allowed to be sold in the United States.
So that's an interesting thing you bring up because most of the cheeses that we make, you're going to realize are like usually like a hard pressed cheese or even like a short aged semi hard cheese like Monterey Jack, and that's because of the equipment and the aging availability that we have. So we're currently not going to be making any of those like short, like fresh cheeses like a Brie or a Camembert or anything like that. So, but there's other great cheesemakers in Washington State you guys should check out.
Well, because the real stinky ones are usually those really soft ones that, I've had it. I love going into restaurants and ordering the cheese platter where you get like 5 different types with some crackers and then, like you say, that kind of jalapeno or sweet hot kind of stuff that you can dip them into. And there's only been one occasion. It was a place up on Capitol Hill in Seattle that they brought me the cheese plate, and one of the 5 cheeses I couldn't go near and had to have them take the plate away because it was
Get that away from me.
Over the top. Yeah, I could have.
Wow.
I won't say what I could have done with it, but strong fumes. So should we talk about the support?
Yeah, please. Yeah, let's talk about the cheese club.
Okay, so the Creamery came up with a great name for a cheese club. It's called Cheese Wheela.
I love it.
So
there's like 3 meanings in there.
I know, right? And so what are your 3 meanings that you came up with?
Well, obviously Chihuahua, play on it, and then the cheese wheel, of course, is part of the forming.
And then Chihuahua.
Right,
it's
exactly.
Great. So the whole idea is it's a community cheese club, which means you make a donation and then you're a part of the club. It's not like an annual membership or anything like that. What does it mean to be part of this club? 1, you're directly supporting our cheese making missions. That means our equipment, the supplies and things. It also means that's allowing us to buy more milk and keep more food in our community and also our education things that we're working on. You are going to get a wonderful insulated cheese wheela cheese bag. You're going to get some free cheese.
For keeping your cheese in.
That's right. You got to keep that cheese safe. And then you're going to get emails with different discounts, advance notice of classes and events. And for the month of March, you get some special things if you join. You get a free bag of curds of your choice, and then also a special discount. And anybody, including those who have already joined through the end of March, we're going to have a plaque about our cheese project, and that's going to be in our store here in Chewelah. So your name will live in immortality for being a supporter of cheese coming back to Chewelah.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
And that's right. And you can see that on our website at cccmilk.org, O-R-G, or also just come in. We're open Monday through Friday, currently 12 to 5, Saturday 12 to 4. And you can just say, hey, tell me about this cheese club.
Yeah.
If you haven't been in the store for a while, there's been some restructuring of our retail space to accommodate a special cooler for our cheeses, some rearrangement of some of the other retail accoutrements that we have, and of course come in for some ice cream. It's getting warmer out there.
Or if you're looking for some other local farm products, we give retail access to farm products year-round. So we have like local honey, beef sticks and summer sausage, eggs.
Which are excellent, by the way.
Yeah.
Really good.
And so we have great chicken eggs. We also have some duck eggs. And yeah, so we get fresh sourdough from Spotted Acres in Springdale every Tuesday.
I was just going to ask if you still got the sourdough. Yeah.
And she has really cool other products too, like, sourdough Pop-Tarts. Who knew you needed a sourdough Pop-Tarts, but you do.
I'm addicted to those. Those are really good. Yeah. And of course, we always have the milk.
Oh, yeah, there's still milk.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should point that out.
Always have milk in Chewelah, so.
So I was gonna have you guys clarify, just for the people that are like, oh no, we can't get our milk, we can't get our ice cream. You're not cutting down. You're not stopping any of the products you previously made. This is sort of a balancing out of that in the cheese.
So basically, all we're doing is some of the excess milk that we were bottling and taking down to Spokane. We're taking that milk now and making it into cheese. We're still going to have all the same products that we've had in Chewelah, and the only other place we'll have those products is also going to be down at the Scale House Market, which is the year-round farmers market located at the Spokane Conservation District, which is south of the fairgrounds in Spokane. If you haven't been there, you should check it out. It's really cool.
Yeah, the Scale House is very cool. And as we develop our cheese-making capabilities and get some things aged, we will be then pushing back out into the retail market and trying to get some distribution. Our milk has always been at Yokes and a number of other places up and down the 395 corridor all the way into Spokane. And we are actively working to get our cheeses into those same locations. No longer we'll have the bottled milk there, but our cheeses, again, more shelf-stable, easier to transport, get across state lines, and we can go far and wide, even down to Oregon and into Idaho.
So I can send cheese to my sister in California.
Absolutely,
Jane, you want some cheese?
Direct from the creamery? Can you go online do you have plans to be able to go online and say, hey, I want to ship this to my sister and just enter in her address, boop right there?
So currently, if you go to our website, you'll see a button that says shop, and that will show you everything that's currently in our store. That is for like shopping in store, or if you wanted to place an order and pick up in store. Soon we are also going to have a shipping store, and that would be predominantly things that are going to be allowed to be shipped. So the way that the point of sale service and website that we're using right now, we have to separate between in-store and shipping, and then we'll also have a wholesale. So if there's stores or restaurants or anything else, they'll be able to, just like anywhere else, you can go in, you can create a wholesale account, and then you can start buying wholesale, and then any of those orders will get shipped out.
Or say we just eat enough cheese to get a wholesale account.
Oh my gosh.
That would be the Ritchie household.
So I think a lot of people don't remember that you have ice cream at the shop.
Yes.
Right? So you have an ice cream counter at the shop here. Well, looks like you have 2, 4, 6, 8 different ice creams that you can have. And this is the best incentive for kids and adults everywhere. The ice cream wood token. Brilliant. Right? The ice cream wood token, will that cover a scoop of ice cream?
Yes. So we developed that specifically. We started during the holidays so people could use them as stocking stuffers. We also have a $5 wood tokens. So if you just want to give somebody a little something, you don't need to give them like a $25 gift card, but you're like, hey, get some free ice cream, or hey,
And
here's
those are
$5.
fun because you have them in your hand and you can carry those things around in your pocket and they won't get destroyed. And then at one of those times you're like, hey, I got this thing in my pocket. Let's go get some ice cream.
And we worked with Becca up at Redbridge Laser Forge up in Colville. Kettle Falls. She's done some different things for us, and we had her make those little wood nickels for us.
Cool.
So.
Oh, and you've got merch.
I was just going to say everybody likes a wooden nickel. So.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, and what I can appreciate too, because even a lot of times with the A2 milk, and some of the different milks, for the people that are lactose intolerant, I know I can't touch milk. It does horrible things, but cheese I can handle.
So that's an interesting thing with cheese because the lactose as a sugar, the cultures in the cheese are actually eating that sugar to make cheese.
Yeah.
So as cheese ages, you could handle, if you're really, really sensitive to lactose, you can definitely handle like more aged cheeses.
Mm-hmm.
The younger cheeses will have a little bit more lactose in them. But I think when I spoke to a cheesemaker, a cheese professional teacher guy, he mentioned that within about 2 weeks, most of that lactose is taken up. So
I'm craving pizza right now
right?
for some reason.
I know. For me, for cheddar, I like a good medium cheddar. It starts to get that little bit of a bite, but it's not, and you get that real deep, rich cheddar flavor without that bitterness coming in.
Yeah. So cheddar is interesting. It's mild would be more about 2 months. Medium would be about 6 months. And then you start getting into sharp around 9 months, 12 months, you have like aged or extra sharp.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. So
I'm shopping on the website. I'm like looking now at the sourdough Pop-Tarts you were talking about. I'm over here looking at the hats. I'm looking at the different merch you have, looking at the honey. This is great. I had no idea all this was at the creamery. I haven't been there in a while. This is pretty cool.
It's a fun place.
So Daniel online, he made a comment about going back to the salt, he says it masks bitterness, but also serves as a preservative, and it affects some microbes more than others. Do you have any elaboration on that, or is that just pretty much the statement right there?
Yeah, that sounds good. I hope that it doesn't have to mask bitterness, though. I hope that you don't have a lot of bitterness. Some of the things that you use in making cheese can affect the bitterness of it, like depending on the rennet that you use.
Right.
So yeah. And there's some people who taste bitter more than other people.
Yeah.
So
Cheese is not a naturally bitter product. There's always, the old school with your coffee maker to throw a little bit of salt into your coffee grounds as you brewed it, because it would cover up that bitterness that some people get out of certain kinds of coffee.
I've tried that. I don't like it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There's some people that salt their watermelon. It's like, what's up with that?
Oh,
I was going to say, I bet Chuck is one of the watermelon salters.
I'm not a watermelon or a cantaloupe salter.
I salt the watermelon.
But one of my
I admit it.
A weirdo.
One of my fondest sense memories of growing up with my grandma as a little kid. My grandma was a large woman. She had, I believe, what they're called the bat wings. Under her arms, and
oh my!
Just to bear with me, and
very inappropriate.
What does this have to do with cheese? I don't even want to know.
But it's just a sense memory of my grandma as a kid salting her watermelon, and she ate a lot of watermelon, and she put like a solid crust of salt on top of it, and those arms would just be going nuts with that salt shaker.
You've given everybody a visual. just stop. Where's the stick? Where's the wacky stick? All right. So before we go, I want to make sure I address, we had some people post here, and it has nothing to do with cheese, but I want to make sure I acknowledge their comments. We have, Craig is talking about stuff going on this weekend, March 5th, first Thursday acoustic jam at Fired Up Pizza from 5:30 to 7:30. March 6th, Joey Carper and Two Stones and One Bird will be at 49 Degrees North from 11 to 3. And then Deborah Barbie says, begin your day with Pet Lovers at 8:30, where Becky's Best Buddies Furry 5K Walk opens, followed by the walk at 9 a.m. From 10 to 2, Stevens County Animal Outreach will offer dog and cat vaccinations for 20, and reptile handling with Elenia Christian, and pony petting with Terry Gerst will also be available in the morning, and then enjoy a free breakfast of biscuits and gravy, and a lunch of green salad, both sponsored by the St. Paul Lutheran folks. Then finish off the luncheon menu with traditional Earth Day bean soup contest. And it doesn't say...
A bean soup contest?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
We had that last
soup
year.
contest.
She's talking about Earth Day.
Yeah.
Which will be held on the 25th of April. Earth Day is the 22nd, and we hold the annual Earth Day celebration at St. Luke's on the 25th.
Oh, good, because she didn't put a date on that. She just has time. So thank you for clarifying that, Brad.
Yeah.
And then Craig says our guest on Friday is Austin Davis, a local musician, and he'll be with us here in the studio at KCHW 102.7 with a keyboard player. So fun.
That means I need to get the keyboard in here.
Right? Those are the announcements I wanted to make sure we got to before we ended. You guys, your website is epic. Your store must be amazing. Going to visit the Creamery is definitely a destination event.
Did we mention? Yeah, it is definitely a destination. Yeah, drive from Seattle to get there. So and we have, and if you want to just get your fix at home, we have a YouTube channel. Did we mention that yet?
No, we talked about it, but we did not mention it on the air. So I was watching one of your YouTube videos that Virginia recommended. So if you go to, just do a search on Chewila Creamery, right?
Well, you could do that. We have a name for our channel. It's called Keep Calm and Make Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you do a search for just Keep Calm, Make Cheese, Chewila, or Columbia Community Creamery, and YouTube, it will pop up. We currently have a couple videos on there showing you what our current store looked like and the plant looked like. And then we'll start putting up videos of getting in the equipment, making the first cheese. It's really a great way for you to become part of the creamery and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And if you come into the creamery, we still have those French double doors there that you can peer into the plant. We had the bottler right there before. The bottler's been removed, and our cheese vat is there. So you can come and watch particularly if you come by on a Monday, you can actually watch the cheese being made.
Yep.
But
Mondays and Thursdays.
Be still, my heart.
Oh, very cool. Be cheese,
awesome.
my heart.
Don't fall in the vat.
Right? All right. Well, we are a little bit past our time, actually. I do have one last question for you. It's more of a personal question. When you're in there, you're surrounded by cheese. You're making cheese. Is it hard to just like leave it alone?
So being there is obviously my happy place.
Yeah.
But also, you can't leave it alone. You have to, or you're also, we have on our gloves and stuff, and you're always checking the curd and tasting it. And so
tasting is part of the job.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a hard job. So hard.
Well, can we make butter? I've always wanted to learn how to make butter. Can we have a churning class or something?
So yeah, we are going to move forward with our classes, and making butter is one of the ones that we are going to ultimately have.
Yay!
Join the cheese club. You'll get first notice of that.
Very cool.
I make butter pretty often at home, and you can do it with a blender. Or like I use my KitchenAid on the countertop with a whisk, and
I want to do the old thing. I want to churn.
You want to kill your shoulders.
You got to be careful when the buttermilk comes out. My first experiment, I'm like, it's not butter yet, and then within a 2-second time period, suddenly I had buttermilk flying all around the kitchen. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
It goes quick.
Yeah,
and butter is actually a pretty quick process. It's about a 15-20 minute process, really.
Yeah, I did the KitchenAid thing. So.
Yeah. But really, and I know we do have to go. I do have one more question I forgot to ask you earlier. So you've got the cheese, or the curds in the whey. What do you guys do with the whey?
So we have a couple of options. We have some farmers we're working with that we're actually giving them the whey at a very reasonable price.
Mm-hmm.
We're also talking to some local distilleries. You can actually use whey to distill into alcohol.
Wow.
And so it's a product that they can then use to turn into alcohol. We can then use that to with vanilla beans to make vanilla, and then we can use that in our ice cream.
Nice.
To all you folks that have your home still up there in the hills, you can come grab some of our whey for a cheap price.
No way.
You stole that from me.
Did a Dutch.
All right, guys. I want to thank you so much for coming in. This has been a very enlightening and cheesy conversation. I appreciate it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited about this. Is there anything else you want to let everybody know that we might have missed?
I would just like to thank you and to ask our customers not only supporting local things like the Creamery, but certainly KCHW that does such an amazing job here in Chewila.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you so much for having us on.
All righty. And you can stay tuned right here on KCHW tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. for the Oh, see, we have a new show, and I almost said the old show that we used to do. We have Wednesday. It's our second week of the Northern Beat. It's the Craig McQuain's new show. So we have an evening with the McQuains. We've got the Northern Beat starting from 6 to 8 p.m. with Craig McQuain. Then 8 to 10 p.m. is Dirt Road Blues with our very own Dirt Road Doug McQuain. Then from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. we have Planetary Radio, Sea Change Radio, Echo Shock, Total, and Earth Date. And tune in tomorrow morning for the KCHW Morning Show with myself, Gina Greenwood, and our very special guest tomorrow. You guys know him well. Ryan Finley is going to be on the show tomorrow to talk about the Young Life Gala coming up.
Fun.
So stick around, and thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys so much for coming in. You've been listening to
Clapping crowd.
Right. You've been listening to KCHW 102.7, your Northern Lights Public Radio. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
That was great.
It's 9:07.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.